Alright, much Abrew time, playing some blue-green ramp in standard. And this hand looks pretty good. We got ramp. We got pull from tomorrow's, which is pretty much the nuts. Plains. This has got to be, humans. This will be interesting. Well, our fogs are good. We'll just play captive. Drawing a land here would be so good for us. And there's the combo. So we are getting beaten down like crazy. This means we're going to have to do a lot of fogging. Land? Alright, there's a land. So now we can play Vitalist, play Captive. Next turn, we can Haze and Hedron Archive into a big pull from tomorrow's, I guess is probably our plan. We're taking our beats again. Man, the old 2-mana 5/5 lifelink vigilance, Glory Bound with Always Watching is pretty powerful. Oh god, more Glory Bounds. Well, we're going to have to do a lot. Oh man, we're so close. Not close to winning, but to stabilizing. Well, let's play Hedron Archive. Pass the turn. So we definitely have to fog this turn. And then it might actually be... I don't know. We'll see. Here comes the attack. And we will fog. Our best draw might just be something cheap to get this crush down. That might be our best bet here. So we're still at 10, but we're still under a ton of pressure. Censor. Huh. So we can pull X0, but then we just discard, which feels really bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, let's pass. I think we have a plan. So let's pass. We might have to do some chumping, which is not good. Opponent goes to combat. So let's chump, and then just full on pull from tomorrow, and draw a bunch, draw 6. Oh man, pull is so insane. Discard a card. We will discard a... I guess this Censor is our worst card. Drop to 5. Opponent's at 40. Opponent passes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we crush and replay something? It feels so bad. Well, I think we just Blighted Cataract and Nissa's Renewal to get some more lands. Island, Forest. Pass the turn, and we can chump if we need to. Actually, maybe we just play another Vitalist. Yeah, let's do that. We can still chump if we need to. I can't imagine they have pump spells in this deck, right? That seems so unlikely. I mean, safe thing to do is chump, though. Let's chump. We have so much mana available now. I think it's better to play it safe than randomly lose to something. Another Plains for our opponent. We get an Island. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11 mana? Oh, play Lumbering Falls. Pass the turn. So I think we're just going to double commit. And hopefully this puts us in a position where we can pull from tomorrow's on a relatively stable board. And that'll likely win us the game. Opponent gets Thraben Inspector. Corrects the clue. Opponent has so many cards in hand, I don't know what they are. Here comes the attack. Well, let's commit one of those. And second commit. So we take 0. Now we can fire off a massive pull from tomorrow's. Or tomorrow. Hedron Archive. Yep, play the land. Pass the turn. We're just going to cast the best pull from tomorrow ever in Amonkhet Standard. It's going to be X a very large number. 10, maybe? Opponent passes. Alright, it's time. I don't know what's in our opponent's hand. I am very unclear on this. They have 7 cards in hand. And they're an aggressive white deck. X11. That's pretty good. We do have to discard a card. Sanctum's probably fine. Man, we have a glut of wealth. So let's Nissa's Renewal. Do we even have lands left to get? Hopefully. We do. 1, 2, 3. And Nissa's Renewal all the way back to 21. And just play some more ramp. And pass the turn. The nice thing is, even though our opponent's at 50, we should be able to just win with Ulamog. We'll discard a land, the crush. Yeah, that's fine. I don't think we need to crush anymore. Opponent has a Glory Bound Initiate, the one that was on their deck at one point. Gets in, 4-2. Yeah, I think the ship has sailed on our opponent winning this game. We can always shuffle everything back in, too, if we need to. We draw an island. Play another Hedron Archive. Play an island. Pass the turn. I mean, now we're kind of just going through the motions until we find an Ulamog. They could have Declaration in Stones and Stasis Snares and Cast Outs. I guess those would be the cards. So if we hold on to our Commit to Memories, though, we only have 17 cards left in our deck. Oh, so much drawing. There's the second Glory Bound. Opponent goes attacking. Well, let's transform this. It doesn't actually kill it, but it does block it, so we don't take any damage. I guess we could double block, but I don't know if that's necessary. And then we can sack our Bladed Cataract here. Draw a couple more cards. Now we're finding our fogs. Well, let's cycle a Censor. Play a Forest. Awaken, part the Water Veil. Oh, did we awaken? We did. Sack Hedron Archive. Nissa's Renewal. Do we even have lands left? We have one. Alright. One more land. Oh, this deck's sweet. We don't get to attack here because... Oh, we did. Well, we'll attack. If our opponent wants to double block, that's fine. I thought I awoke in the Summoning Sick land. We will win the long game because we can just shuffle everything back in. I think our opponent's hoping that we mill ourselves out, but that seems super unlikely. There's an Ulamog. So, yeah, let's Ulamog. Get rid of the blockers. Do some attacking. See if our opponent has an answer for Ulamog. I kind of think they will. The question will be if it's an answer that can get past these Commit to Memories. Oh, I see. Our opponent's red white humans. Let's put Always Watching on top. Draw land. Attack with everything. Opponent not giving up. Well, crack a Hedron Archive. Crack a Hedron Archive. Cycle a Censor. And Ulamog. Hit 2 in the lands. We do Legend Rule ourselves. We'll keep the untap one. And pass the turn. That was a pretty good turn. Pretty good turn. And opponent scoops it up. Yeah, we were getting low on cards, but we can always just shuffle everything back in. So, wow, that was sweet. Oh my lord. This deck is something. Let's bring in 2 more Fogs and 2 Walking Ballistas and go down the Censors on the draw. Try it like that. Yeah. I mean, this is pretty much what we're looking for. Some ramp, Nissa's Renewal, even a Walking Ballista, which should be super good in this matchup. Forest, goo. There's a Plains for our opponent. And Expedition Envoy. Well, let's just island, play some ramp, pass the turn. So our opponent was apparently color screwed. I don't know what the red is for, though. Like, how important that is. Apparently kind of important with Combat Celebrant. Oh man, fogging that is actually hilarious. Because it prevents the damage for for the entire turn? Now let's Hedron Archive. Combat Celebrant is such an interesting card. Actually, maybe we just cash in this Ballista. Opponent's only got 3 cards. Yeah, let's do that. Ballista is so insane with a ton of mana, but we got plenty of stuff to do with a ton of mana. So let's just kill Combat Celebrant and not take a chance on, I don't know, some sort of bushwhackery 2-attack step, we lose out of nowhere thing happening. You never know. Thraben Inspector for our opponent. Man, this feels like a plus matchup. This deck just seems like it eats aggro decks for lunch. Good God. Control, that might be more of a challenge, but aggro, I don't know how we lose. I mean, any deck can lose to anything, but it feels like this is a super strong matchup. We can just tap this, or cast this with all our lands, and this is Renewal. Am I over-tapping still? Oh, I see. We still have our creature tap. There we go. This is what we were trying to do. Nissa's Renewal, up to 25. Island, forest. And pass the turn, I guess? And now we're getting to the point where we're probably going to commit to memory just to refill our hand. The hidden time twister mode. Another Combat Celebrant. Opponent passes. More archives. Well, let's play an archive. Play an island. Pass the turn. Selfless Spirit. Okay. Opponent. Let's do this now. So commit. Put Celebrate on top. Opponent passes. Nissa's Renewal. Well, let's Nissa's Renewal. I think we're still going to do it. We get lands out of our deck. Go up to 32. Man, this matchup feels so good. And then just memory. Redraw. Not a great redraw, but that's fine. Pass the turn. Opponent also redraws. We'll leave up the commencement here. Better safe than sorry. The upside of getting Lumbering Falls down is so minimal here when we have so much mana. It's not like we're not going to find a window to play a tap land if we want to. Now we basically just want more card draw. The good news is we can crack Hedron Archives to find it. Another commit to memory would be fine. Honored Crop Captain. Yep, 3-2. Pumps the team when it attacks. Bloodlust Insider. Been seeing this card showing up. It's interesting. I guess it's a 1-drop, and the qualifications for making making it as a 1-drop aren't that high. So opponent gets in, down to 30. That's an Ulamog. Well, I guess we do that. 9 and 10. Ulamog. What are we killing? Yeah, we'll just hit 2 of the creatures. I'm assuming, post-board, even more likely that our opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, has an answer to Ulamog. We'll just play Lumbering Falls, pass the turn. They gotta have Cast Out, Stasis Snare, something. Declaration in Stone. There's a Needle Spires. Honored Crop Captain. That's not an Ulamog answer. And Combat Celebrant. But do they really just not have a way to deal with it? Golly. Well, let's crack this. Draw a couple cards. Another Nissa's Renewal. We're pretty close to winning here. Let's just Nissa's Renewal. Down to 2 lands in our deck. The other nice thing about shuffling everything in is we usually have a lot of lands out. And then part the Water Veil. And this should do it. Just from exiling away our opponent's library. Man, this deck is actually super fun. And if everyone's playing aggro, I really hope we run into Mardu vehicles, because this seems like a a deck that could crush aggro, including Mardu. Yeah, we'll attack with both. I mean, if they kill our Lumbering Falls, whatever. Exile 20. Do they have answers? They do have Declaration in stones. They just must not have any in their hand. No, opponent. No, no, no. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. It's indestructible. Oh, boy. Well, life lessons from Ulamog. Scoop in 3, 2, 1. Alright, no shame, Scoop. Don't feel bad, opponent. I do things like that all the time. Let's crack an archive. Our opponent's not literally dead. They're going to have 3 cards left in their deck. That is dead. I mean, there's no coming back from that. Alright, we'll just attack. Get it over with. Attack with Ulamog. Attack with Lumbering Falls. I mean, the punt on our opponent's side, and we got there. Opponent scoops it up. The punt on our opponent's side didn't really matter. Even if they just chumped there, the problem is their library was going to get emptied, and they wouldn't be able to keep playing. So it looked bad, the punt, but it was pretty inconsequential. This deck, super sweet. I'm very glad we decided to play it.
Thanks for watching the video. If you're subscribed, make sure to hit that bell icon to get notifications for all the latest videos. It's a great way to support the channel for free, and you can find the next video right here.